Hello, everybody. This is Willy from Wa Academy again. Right, so as per normal, okay, I'll be checking, some of the audio is everything is fine, and if you can hear me, then you can just say hello, okay, in the chat below. If you are with me on Facebook itself, you can actually comment in the Facebook channel, all right, or rather in the Facebook comment below. Okay, if you're on YouTube, you can actually say hi on the chat on the right, I suppose. Okay, so let me just see whether the connection is okay. Everything is fine. Give me a while. Okay. Okay, let me just see this. Hi, Summer. Hi, hi. All right. Okay. Hi, hi. Okay, let's see. Let's see. Okay, great, great. Everything is great. Okay. All right. Okay. Okay. Everything's fine. Okay, let me just adjust the windows a bit. Okay, a bit crazy. Okay, so today, right, we are going to talk about, how do you, the real reasons why product don't sell well on Amazon. Oh, nice short haircut. Thank you. Thank you so much. Yeah, right. So, yeah, thanks for that. I mean, my wife actually said that why do I need to cut hair so regularly, right? Because I got to keep it short. If not, it'll be pretty messy. But anyway, today, we are going to talk about the real reasons why product don't sell well on Amazon. All right. So this is a lot of new Amazon sellers, right? When they start the Amazon journey, this is the number one problem that they face. Okay, they actually painstakingly create the product. They private label, they create the packaging, they create a logo, they create an insert card, they create a whole thing, negotiate a supplier, waited for 45 days, sitting on their thumbs. Then after that, when the product reached Amazon, they thought they can just run PPC, or rather, they can just, market like that, or rather, some comments, right, that I saw in my previous session, right, I saw that, I thought I can just send everything to Amazon and it will sell by itself. It doesn't work that way, right? Amazon is not a place where you send products over there, then it will sell by itself. Okay, so there's, you know, okay, so what is your job as an Amazon seller? Okay, your job as an Amazon seller, right, is to make sure that you market to the audience. You bring your product in front of the right people so that they can actually, so that they actually will have more eyeballs for your product, then you have sales, right? So the number one thing, right, that a lot of new Amazon sellers never see is to see whether they have traffic in the first place, right? So in my previous Facebook Live, right, we talk about getting traffic in. You must have traffic, then you have sales. Because if you do not have traffic, then you will not have sales, right? So this is one of the biggest problem by new Amazon sellers. They do not how to get traffic, right? They do not know how to actually bring their product in front of the right people, okay, to gain traffic. So all they know, right, is to run PPC, then they analyze the clicks. If the click-through rate is high, then, they'll actually ramp up the budget for the PPC campaign. They'll bid more keywords, they'll increase their bids, they will actually put, instead of run one strategy, they will actually do 3 strategies at one go, up, down, down, and fixed bid, right? So this kind of things. So for us, right, we don't run PPC, okay? I haven't run PPC for the longest time, for the last 4 or 5 years, around there. Hey, Eiling, thanks for coming. All right, so I think Eiling has some question today, all right, because last night I think she PM me and I mentioned that she actually have a great question which you can share later on, all right? So yeah, so let's come back to the point where, what should you do with your product when it's not selling well. So first thing first, right? Okay, first thing first, you got to go to your Amazon, Amazon Seller Central, your Amazon account, to take a look at two statistics. Okay, so number one, right? Okay, let me just show you our demo account at Y Academy. So, this is actually a live account where, let me just put this away. All right, so this is just a live account where it's actually, I use this to demonstrate, certain things to our students. All right, like for example, how to do up the Amazon listing, how to do certain things. So I use this demo account to demonstrate, right? So of course the name is WA Store, right? So how do you actually see, right, whether do you have traffic in the first place? Because if you have no traffic, that means you have no sales. Okay, so how do you do that? You go to your business report and you click on detail page sales and traffic by child item. Okay, so over here you'll see a few things. Number one, the ASIN itself. Okay, number two, the sessions and all that. So what is the most important parameter to actually look at? What's the most important matrix to look at? Number one, you have to see whether do you have sessions over here, sessions for your product in this date range. So as default, right, the date range over here is actually 1 month. Okay, 1 month date range. So if you want to see, for the last 2 months, if your sales is dropping, then you want to see whether is your sessions dropping also. Sessions means traffic, unique traffic. Okay, so sessions, right, as per explained by Amazon is sessions are visit to your Amazon.com pages by a user, and all activity within a 24-hour period is considered a session. All right. You do not want to see page view because page view is like hits in your Amazon.com presence for the selected time period. You do not want to see this because let's say, for example, if I go to your listing and I go into a listing one time, all right, it will be recorded at one page view, one session. But if I go to your listing, like if I click on your listing, the link, right, 10 times, over here, it'll record as 10 page view, but session, you'll record as one session by that person. So you want to see unique customers onto your Amazon listing, right? So the most important parameter is to see this, all right, sessions. Next thing is unit session percentage, which is your conversion out of 100 sessions, all right? Out of 100 sessions, how many people actually buy your product, all right? Unit session percentage. So this tool, right, okay, will let you see whether do you have sessions in the first place, right? This thing, session, okay. Conversion is this. Okay, so let's talk about this first. All right. So let me just okay. So why do you want to see sessions in the first place? Because you want to actually make sure that your shop, when you open your shop in Orchard Road, in a very very populated business district, you want to make sure that your shop is visited by customers, by potential customers. So imagine you open your shop, but there's nobody coming to your shop. That means there's something wrong already, right? Maybe the location is wrong or whatsoever. But in the online world, in Amazon itself, in e-commerce platform, you want to have sessions. So normally, how does people increase their sessions, right? That means the footfall to your Amazon listing, right? So how do you actually increase the footfall? Okay, in the virtual world is sessions. How to increase that is actually, number one, you can actually run PPC, which a lot of people typically do. They spend money to get clicks. They spend money to get discount clicks. So normally like one click like 70 cents, 50 cents, $1, $2 is very, very common. So imagine people click on your Amazon listing and you pay $1 a click. It's going to be very, very, very expensive when you run PPC, right? So for us, we actually prefer to work with influencers. We send them products, and when they actually, advertise our products or when they post our products on their social media, their followers is going to see our products. If they're interested, they can come to the Amazon listing and take a look, right? So this will actually ramp up the sessions also at the same time. Okay, so there's two scenarios. Okay, there's two scenarios why you don't have sales. Okay, number one, you don't have sessions. That means If no sessions, that means no potential customers. If there's no potential customers coming to your store, that means there's no sales. All right, obviously. So what to do about this? Just now what I mentioned to you, if you want, you can actually run PPC, which is very expensive. I don't really recommend that. When you come to Q4, it's going to be very expensive. Okay. Number two, work with influencers. All right. So later later I'll be talking about what kind of influencers should you look out for, and how do you actually go to their content and see whether this influencer is somebody that you want to work with, right? So just stay with me, okay? And the other thing, right? Okay, the second thing why you don't have sales, right, is because the thing is that maybe you have sessions, okay? Maybe you have sessions, but your sessions is not targeted, all right? So, okay, so what do I mean by that? That means you have a lot of noise to your store, right? So that means you actually send your product to an influencer, but that influencer, right, is not your niche. For example, that time when I sent one of my product, one of this baby product, okay, to this influencer. So actually, I'm selling in 3 different niches: baby, outdoor, and also kitchen, right? So the thing is that when I send one of my baby products to this influencer, they are more towards those toddler, those like maybe 6 years old to 15-ish, 6 to 10, this kind of not 15, sorry, 6 to 8, 6 to 9, this kind of toddler, I don't say toddler, sorry, child, all right, more towards like toddler to child, this kind of range, right? So long story short, that means I sent to the wrong influencer, even though the influencer said, hey, you can send me the products itself. Then, my product, right, is more towards like those kind of like 18 months or younger, right? So we send. Of course, there's, this influencer have quite a fair bit of followers. So after that, they the followers actually go to my listing and they just see for fun. All right, because normally they follow her is due to the fact that she like to post contents about toddlers and young children. All right, this kind of age, right? So it's the wrong niche, even though maybe it's the correct niche, but it's wrong, right? So I get a lot of noise. Okay, and the third thing, right, that I want to add in is that maybe your conversion is not that good on your product listing. All right. So you don't be surprised that you might have the greatest picture in the world, you might have the most optimized listing in the world, but the thing is that you don't know how to actually position your 9 pictures so that your listing can convert well, right? So let me just show you an example that this listing actually converts like crazy. Okay. All right, this, let me just see whether you guys can see that. Okay. All right. So, Summer, later I'll come back to your question, right? Okay. So, this is, let me just talk with this. Okay. So, this is one of the listing, right, that you guys should follow. All right, you guys should follow. So, this is how a great listing should look like. The conversion is through the roof. Okay. So, normally a good conversion, right, for a new new private label product is around like 10%-ish with the correct influencer, and this is the first time you're working with this influencer, then will be around maybe 12 to 15%. But if you work with this influencer for a few times and they can actually influence the followers, your conversion can be up to 60%, 60. All right, 60%. I've seen some of my listings actually went up to 60%. We have one student, right? We have a couple of students. Actually, especially this one student, right? His conversion is over 90%. All right, working with a very niche influencer. Okay, so all in all, how do you actually make sure that your listing can convert well? First thing first, your pictures. All right, it's not about always remember this, it's not about the price. Okay, it's not about the price. Okay, right? You may say that, my competitors, they are pricing at, $25. Then I cannot price higher than them. I need to price at $24 or $23 in this case. No, it's not that. All right, because I've tested a lot of product already, and I always do split tests for my listing itself. One of the things that I do a lot of split testing is price, number one. Number two is images. Most of the time is this two, price and images. Okay, so what kind of images are there that I split test? The main image, all right, the main image over here, and the rest of the images over here. Okay, so the second image is this, third, whatsoever. All right, so you can actually, you know, toggle with this, right? This second image, third, fourth. So, you know, your image, right? Okay, the main image must be like this, white background and all that. All right, the second image, right? You must tell people why yours is, you know, why your product is so much better than other people. Then after that, right, you can actually talk more about your product in detail. You have infographics and all that. Then after that, maybe the difference whatsoever between the different kits that you have, different variation that you have. Then if you want, you know, you can actually put in some testimonials and all that. So honestly speaking, right, you can actually put testimonials on your second image. Testimonials of customers holding your product. Holding your product. Happy customers holding your product. Or happy influencers who hold your product and say that, you know, this product is great. Okay, so I always like to do that. We split test image 1, image 2, so on and so forth. Okay, so you may say that, hey, you know, Willy, why you like to actually, you know, why is not the price? Why is it the image? So when you go onto the Amazon, you know, Amazon, what do you call it, Amazon mobile app. Okay, do remember, when you want to optimize your listing, right, to increase the conversion, the unit session percentage, right? Okay, the first thing to see for your product listing is to go to your Amazon mobile app, not the Seller Central mobile app. Okay, not the seller mobile app. It is the buyer mobile app, the Amazon.com mobile app. All right, the Amazon.com mobile app. Okay, right? So to see, right, which one comes first, you'll be surprised, right? The title is the first one, of course. After that, you know, will be the price. Then after that will be the images. Then right, it's either the product description or the bullet points come first. Okay, depends on niche. All right, depends on category. Okay, so normally for this, you know, you can actually simplify this. You know, I always like to actually advise our students to actually, you know, put this through the, you know, Hemingway app. All right, the Hemingway app. I think I mentioned this before. All right, this app. All right, to make sure that, to see whether, you know, is it easy to read. All right, is it easy to read? Okay, right. So, you know, the most important things, right, is actually your images and actually your price. Okay, and your price, right, don't price it lower than other people. Price it higher than other people. And you'll be surprised, right, that actually price doesn't matter. Because, you know, some of my students, right, they say that, hey, maybe the price is the factor. That's why they're not selling. So I actually challenge some of them. I say that, okay, if you think that, you know, you want to price at other people lower than other people, you know, instead of pricing at $25, you can try pricing at $1 or maybe $5. All right, if you're scared, $5, and see whether do you sell or not. All right, then a lot of time, right, they say that I price at $5 also cannot sell. I price at $3 also cannot sell. So that's why it's not the price issue. It's about, you know, your images over here, right? And your images must tell a story. Must tell a story of your product. Okay, it's not different lifestyle photo that you want to show. Okay, so, you know, come back to this, the images. All right, follow this. This is a very good example. And, you know, if you want to actually update, if you want to actually make sure that your listing is okay, it's easy to read, then use this Hemingway editor. Okay, right? So let me see this. Okay. All right. So let me see the next thing. Okay. You know, the thing is that after that, right? Once you once you have actually understand about this, once you want to actually, of course, the first thing first, right? Okay, which one is easier to optimize? Which one is easier to get? Because just now we talked about this two. Let me just change this whiteboard. Okay, so this is my whiteboard. So, okay, so just now we talked about, A, all right, sessions. B is the conversion. Okay, so the thing is that, you may say that, hey, right now, right, it's difficult for me to actually optimize the conversion, optimize the listing itself, because I don't really have sessions in the first place, right? And I need to spend a lot of money on photography and all that. Actually, don't need to spend a lot of money on photography, right? So you can get somebody to actually Photoshop the whole thing to make it nice and easy, right? Nice and simple. Okay. But the thing is that, you see, even though you have very low conversion, right? Do you know that you can still increase your sales? Right? Do you know that you can still increase your sales? Okay. So how do you do that? All right. So let's say, for example, okay. So let me just ask you guys a question. All right, let me just ask you guys a question. Which one, right? Okay, which one, right, is easier to increase? Which one is easier to increase, A or B? Sessions easier to increase or conversion easier to increase? Which one? You can comment below, A or B. Actually, just now I give you some kind of, hint already, A or B. If you think that's A, then you just type A. If you think that is B, then you can just type B. Which one is easier to optimize? Which one is easier to increase? Oh, Jovi, you're here. Hi. Oh, Clement. Hi. All right. Hey, Mark. All right. Okay. Cool. Chin Chai. Okay. All right. So that's great. So sessions is much easier to increase. All right. Okay. Why? Because you just need to find more influencers, okay, to talk about your product. Then this portion, right, is easy. You can have like, like forever you can have like 5% conversion. Okay. So 5%, that means 100 customers, then you only have 5 bot, right? 100 customers, 5 bot. 100 customers is your sessions. Okay, but there's a disclaimer. I'm not asking you guys to actually, don't optimize your listing or whatsoever, right? What should you do to increase your sales, right? What should you do right now to increase your sales is, of course, to increase the session immediately, which you can do immediately, right? Immediately, okay? So over here, I mentioned that, 100 session, if 5% conversion, then it would be 5 bot, right? So if 200 sessions, then it will be 10 bot. If your unit session percentage is that lousy, 5%. Okay, if 10%, then it'll be 10 bot. Right? Okay. So yeah, you guys are right. Okay, Anson, you guys are right also. Hey, hi Anson. Right? So you guys are right. A is easier to increase, your sales. Okay, this is something that you can do immediately. All right. Okay. So the other thing is that, you may say that, hey, so what kind of influencers should I look for? All right. What kind of influencers? Okay, so this is one of the very good example. Or rather, this is a very typical question. How to see whether that influencer, is it really good or not? I mean, are they really the type of influencers that I want to actually work with? Alright, so this is very critical. Influencers nowadays, regardless of nano, micro, super nano, super micro, or super whatsoever, super small, they want to build community. So when you are building, when you are actually, building your content on social media, on YouTube, TikTok, as an influencer, as a content creator, right, you want to have your own belonging. You want to have your own home on YouTube, TikTok, Facebook, whatsoever. All right, this is what I'm doing right now, right? We want to have our own, followers. We want to have our own fans. We want to have our own little family, right? That we talk to every Wednesday and this kind of things, right? So on YouTube, it's the same thing. And let me just show you this influencer, right? This influencer is amazing. All right, so let me just change the screen. Okay, so this influencer, all right. So this influencer, right? He only have like 4,430, 4.4K subscribers. And the thing is that this influencer have a lot of interaction, right? So you can see that, on YouTube, all right, on YouTube, this influencer, this content creator, we don't call them influencer, right? So normally we call them content creators, all right? So this content creator, when this Donnie, right, talk about the coffee press and all that, his community, his fans, his YouTube family will engage with him like this. It kind of smell like meat I'm dead. All right, this convinced me. I bought one today. So there's a lot of action takers. There's a lot of people, right, saying that, hey, I ordered one of this. Thanks for showing us. Okay. And also, I considered getting one of this. So their comments, right, is real comment. They are not like a single one-liner comment that can be generated by a bot. Okay. So these are the type of influencers, content creators that I want to work with, because they are out there to build family, to build their community of fans that who highly engage with them. All right. And, over here and on the right, I download this thing called TubeBuddy. They know what they are doing, right, to optimize. But the thing is that this is secondary lah. All right, this is secondary. This is something that I'm exploring right now to see how to actually further analyze the content creators on YouTube and all that. But this is something that we are in research for YY Academy students. I'll talk about that in the future, right? But in any case, this is the main thing that I want to see all along for the last 5 years. Okay, for the last couple of years that I've been working with influencers. All right, so I've been analyzing for the last many years, not many years, like it's a couple years, right? Then I realized that, hey, eventually, right, actually influencers on YouTube, TikTok, they want to build their family. And once they have built this kind of family, right, it's going to be very engaging contents over here. All right. And when you have engaging content, you have things like, thanks to a recommendation, thanks for a recommendation, they'll go and buy. They'll take action. All right. And these kind of things. What's that link on the grate that you use on the stove? Right? Okay. Blah, blah, blah. And you can see that, there's a lot of comments, right, that they really, really interact with the influencer. Okay. Right? So this is one of the game changer, okay, when you want to work with influencers. And of course, right now, some of the influencers, some of the content creators, right, they are getting smarter and smarter by the, over the years, right? They know what are the things to optimize like this. So if they are, if they are there to optimize their YouTube SEO and all that, and we can see that, they are, adhering to the best practices, more or less, that means they want to actually let their content known to the world. And if you can actually send one coffee press to him, your coffee press will be known to so many people, to 17,000 views, right? To 17,000 views in total. Okay, so this is one of the example, right? So let me just see the comments over here. If you like this video, if you like this Facebook Live, you guys can give me a like. or you can share this Facebook Live also, right? Just whack the like button. Okay, so this is advised by some of my students, right? Who actually say that, hey, you must tell your audience, right, on Facebook Live to whack the like button or something like that. All right, thanks to them. Okay, so let me just, oh, I see a lot of hearts already. Thank you. Okay. So, Summer asked a few questions. Number one is that, what's the recommended? I think I mentioned just now already. What's the recommended, you know, unit session percentage? So just now I mentioned it's like 10-ish, 10% minimum. You should go for that, right? So besides electronics category, what other categories that you advise sellers not to sell? Okay, so baby categories, right, is pretty sensitive for baby categories because your product need to be CPC certified. Okay, the when you Google for like baby protection policies in the US, they are very careful about products that are constant in touch with babies. Okay, so baby product is one, toddler product, like those young kids product and all that. So you gotta be really careful in that. Okay, that's one, baby toddler. The other thing is that shouldn't sell electronic. I think more or less the rest is okay. The rest is still okay-ish. Yeah, still okay. Yeah, no problem. All right. But of course, the main thing, right, is that don't sell those kind of products that have a lot of moving parts. Okay. Like for example, like this kind of things. This kind of stuff. Right. So if you have one container missing, right, one or two container missing over here, your whole product will be returned and refunded. All right. So don't sell those products that have a lot of different moving parts, right? There's gonna be a lot of risk for this. Okay, right. So that's a major thing. Let me see any other questions. All right. So, okay. So for the next maybe 1 or 2 minutes, I'll answer any questions that you guys have. If not, then I got to really run already because got a group coaching coming on, right? So let me see. Eiling. Oh, okay. Eiling, yeah, you asked this question. It's not a silly question, right? Sorry, just now I think I didn't share the screen. So sorry about that. Okay, so just now I was talking about this moving parts. All right, this moving parts. So if you have like one or two products that's one or two of this container that's missing, right? When the customer receive this product, there's going to be returns and refund. All right. So this is what I call, a product with a lot of moving parts. All right, like this, like the spice rack and this kind of stuff, right? Okay, this kind of things, like you come with a lot of containers, and if one or two of containers is missing, right, then the whole thing is refunded. All right. So yeah, sorry for not showing this. Forgot. All right. So Eileen say wanna ask. Okay. So Eileen say wanna ask. Normally, how long or what stage of the Amazon journey should you be a full-time seller? So okay. So this is a very common question by our students also. Our advice, right? So let's say for example, if you're okay, I need to draw again. Let me see. Okay, so let's say for example, if your Amazon a profit, let's say for example, okay, if your salary, right now, maybe your livelihood, okay, or rather your salary, okay, you need maybe about like $5,000 Sing SGD, right? Or maybe I do it simpler, maybe US dollars lah. You need this. Right, this is your livelihood, okay, and your company, right now, your Amazon profit, okay, is generating about maybe 5,000 USD, right? Then you cannot quit lah, obviously, right? Because you only generate like 5,000 USD in profit. Okay, I'm not talking about revenue and profit. I'm not talking about revenue because I prefer to talk about profit, right? So if your Amazon profit, right, can be around, it totally depends on what is your allocation of your salary, your payroll, your whatsoever, right? So if your profit is maybe about around maybe 15,000, all right, 15,000 USD, yeah. Okay, and you are able to take out $5,000 as your payroll to survive, then it's fine. But you must be comfortable to take out every month. That means you are able to pay yourself. Okay, so my advice, right, before you know, before you go into full time, right, my advice is, let's say for example, at the start, your Amazon profit. Okay, so this is going to turn people off. A lot of people say that, oh, my business is still new. Why I have to take salary from it? You have to get used to getting salary from your Amazon business. If not, right, there's no way that you straight away draw 5,000 from Amazon business straight away. There's no way because you're not going to be comfortable, right? So if your Amazon profit is, let's say for example, maybe $1,000, okay, then you draw a salary, right? Okay, maybe about $100. When your Amazon profit, you tell yourself, okay, when my Amazon business profit $1,000 a month, right? I'll draw $100. Okay, to get used to the concept of drawing salary from your own business for new Amazon sellers. All right, then when it becomes $3,000 profit, then you draw maybe $300. Because that time, right, you're already used to drawing $100 per month already. Then when you reach $3,000 profit, right, you're used to drawing $300. Then when it reach maybe $10,000, okay, then you draw maybe $1,000, okay, per month. Sorry, $1,000. Oops, $1,000 per month. Okay, but of course, disclaimer, you got to actually work through your cash flow, your P&L and all that. So I'm just stating a rough figure. So this is actually a rough figure. Right, a rough figure. Okay, so of course, in the first place, right, you must be used to actually drawing salary from your own business. $100 first, okay, then after $300. Then when you reach this stage, right, $1,000. Then after that, when you reach maybe 15,000, then you realize that, hey, maybe I can draw a bit more. Maybe this time around I can draw like 3K. And your business, and when you draw 3K, right, and your business won't die, won't suddenly fall into a cash deficit, that means your business is ready already to give you the money that you want. And when you receive this 3K, right, and you ask yourself, hey, this is 3K US dollars, this is USD. And by then, right, you can ask yourself, hey, can I survive with this 3K? If I can survive with this 3K, right, then you can quit your job already. Right? You gotta ask yourself, can you survive? If you can't even survive, right, then you work even harder. You work harder to actually grow this business. I'm not saying that, 15K profit, then you stop. End of story. No, don't do that. Right? Okay? So this is something that you need to do consistently, starting from here. Draw your first $100 salary from a business. Then after that, your business still perfectly okay, then you draw even more. Right? Your business still okay, you draw even more. Right? Then you can slowly progress until here. Okay? Right? So let me see. Then how many products to sell then can achieve that? It's up to you. So you see, there's some people, right, who want to sell, like over here, they sell one product. Okay, one product. Then you achieve 15K of profit. Then if your one product dies, then your 15K is gone, right? So normally, right, I'll prefer to sell like 15 different products, maybe 15 products times $1,000 of profit per month. Then this way is much more stable, and it's easy to reach $1,000 of profit a month versus $15,000 of profit a month on one product itself, right? So which one is easier? Okay, I repeat myself again. Which one is easier? A, one product, all right, 15,000 a month profit, or B, one product, $1,000 of profit per month. Which one is easier? A or B? A or B? Which one is easier to hit? This is 15K. Which one is easier? B, B, B. Okay, that's great. That's great. Yes. All right, all of you are right. Okay, B is easier. And it's easier to launch, easier to find, easier to make things work, easier to hit your target. You just replicate only ma. If you can sell one product at $1,000 a month in profit, you can sell two products at $1,000 a month in profit each. Then you can sell three, you can sell four, you can sell five. Just duplicate and duplicate and duplicate and duplicate. Simple as that, right? So this is how I reached my 6.3 last year. Duplicate, duplicate, duplicate. Then become a system already. Then keep duplicating, photo step. That's about it, right? Okay, 1,000. Don't go for like one product or 15K. Then that one is going to, you're going to shoot at the star in other galaxy. Okay, right? And I want to be stable. I want to be stable. I don't want to actually have one product to actually, tahan the whole profit itself. One product, give me 15K, then that's it. No. All right. So Summer says, do your VA contact Amazon on your behalf if there's issues with your listing, etc., or do you have to contact? Oh, my VA do that. My VA do that. All right. Now my VA actually run my whole team, my whole Amazon business, my whole 20, my 20 VAs, right, with the GM itself. So I just have meetings with my GM lah. Because I don't believe in I don't believe in working in the business every day 24 hours. I don't believe that, because I want to have more time with my family, with my free time, with myself or whatsoever. I want to be free, right? So in order to be free, right, you need to automate your business. How to automate your business? You need to hire people to take care of your business for you. All right. But of course, your job is to train them, to coach them, right? Okay. So this is how I actually set up Wow Academy in the first place, because I want to hone my coaching skills. When I hone my coaching skills, I'm able to coach my student. That means I'm able to coach my team. All right. So, there is it's a win-win situation. My business will grow based on the successes of my student. If I'm able to train them, I'm able to train my team. So both actually combine together, right? So yeah, so that's why, as Amazon sellers, you must be open to be, to coach your VAs. You must coach them. You must set up your SOP. What is the things to coach? I actually do out videos, step-by-step video, to show them, what do I do? What's the first steps and all that. All right. So we have video tutorial, like video 1, how do you actually do Amazon listing? Video 2, if something goes wrong, what should you need? What should you do? Right? Then video 3, what is the ways to optimize your listing? Then some people in the management level, right? They'll go and see whether the VAs actually go through my videos, they follow through everything accordingly, right? So yeah. Yep, no problem. All right, so I think that's more or less about it already. Okay, more or less about it already. I got to run already. Okay, so I'll see you guys next Wednesday. So let me know if the session today is it okay. If it's not okay, then let me know in the comment. All right. So what do you guys think about today's session? So Summer say that any language sorry, any language issue when your VAs contact. Okay, some of my VA they can speak Chinese. All right, they can speak Chinese. So when I go on to Upwork or go on to online jobs or PH, right? I look for VAs that can communicate in Chinese, especially for the product team. Okay, can communicate in Chinese is a bonus lah. It's a bonus. Okay, but majority of my team cannot talk in Chinese. So when they talk to the suppliers, we have our own business network in China to actually translate or work with our Chinese suppliers, right? Okay. Hey Jay, hi. Okay. So yep. All right. So let me know what you guys think about this session. Do you guys think it's okay? So I saw Summer say very good session. Thank you so much. Jay, I think this is the first time I saw you. Thanks for coming. Right, you mentioned that very good session. Thank you for holding the session. No problem. Chinchai say awesome session. Thanks a lot. Eileen say thanks for the insightful sharing. No problem. I try to squeeze everything within half an hour because if this whole thing is 1 hour long, right, I don't think people will, the attention span is there. All right, so yeah, thanks for coming, everybody. And I got to run already. See you guys next Wednesday, right? Thanks for coming. Okay, so that's it. Bye-bye.